Tips on Toes is a news analysis and interpretation program that explains music, science, politics, and business. But first, let's have our headlines. Security guards charged over the murder of banker David Wakabi. British High Commissioner Nick Haley called on the government to allow media to operate freely. Welcome back to the season finale of Tips and Toes. It has been a great journey and we have been through different aspects in business, music, and politics. For those who missed any of the episode, here is a sneak peek of each and every episode. In the business world, we covered why youths do not indulge in the stock exchange. Here is a sneak peek of what we covered with our reporter Hassan.
I met up with Hesbon Wheeler, communications lecturer at Daystar University, and this is what he had to say about the stock market.
The smart thing, it is really smart, because if you look at the socio-political and economic environment today, there are no jobs out there, and the few opportunities that are there are for people who are enterprising in their way of thinking and their way of doing business. And increasingly, entrepreneurship is becoming a big thing. So you use your skills to invest. So any university student who starts investing early on, stands a better chance to make much of a difference in terms of making it quicker in the job market. So they can easily translate the investment that we have at the stock exchange into the initial seed capital for anything that we want to do.
The Smart Youth was started to promote stock market investments among Kenyan youth. Some of the objectives to encourage youth to invest their savings in the capital markets, encourage the culture of thrift and saving funds among university students, to occupy the minds of youths positively and draw them away from negative energy.
We were able to hear views from different people about the stock exchange and why some do not indulge in stock exchange.
I wouldn't necessarily indulge in stock exchange due to lack of the know-how and actual mentor in the stock market. More of an IR guy, so I believe in diplomacy and stuff that is more institutionalized and clearly laid out with preset preconditions and operation procedures. But in stock markets, I don't really think I can get my way about it as easily as my current field.
As for me, I would indulge in stock exchange because it's an interesting field. It tends to deal with the exchange of shares, which I love, and it's also having the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin currency and exchange of all that into new adventurous ways in my field. I would love to indulge in that, and that's why I'm already
passion for media, and anything else cannot be okay.
Wouldn't mind to invest in stock exchange with proper guidance. At least it would give me exposure of more investment and how to deal more on business part.
The initiative to launch the program was to give the youths of this country an opportunity to invest in the stock exchange program. But are many youths willing to take the risk involved with investing in the stock exchange?
I was able to catch up with Gideon Maingi, a youth entrepreneur, and he had a lot to tell us about investments and savings.
Right now, if 5 years ago you had, let's say, 20 shares, you might find they were worth, let's say, 10,000 or something. But right now, you'll find that it's in hundreds of thousands. So that's why it's good to invest in things. It can be a long-term business and it can be a short-term business. There are people who sell and buy on a daily basis. They can buy today, and then tomorrow when they see they have appreciated by maybe 4 shillings, 6 shillings, they sell all their shares. So it can be, you can take it as a long-term or a short-term business, but it's actually one of the biggest platforms.
Mr. Gideon, at my youth age, I really did not go through this learning about the stock exchange and everything.
Yeah.
Tell me, where did you get to know about this stock exchange?
As I have told you, one is you have to read. That's the first thing. Number two is you have to be informed of the business environment. Like right now in Kenya, read magazines, Business Daily, You know, you'll find that all this information is there about the shares, how much they're going for. Number 3 is get someone who has invested in the shares.
So did you get someone who has invested in the share, or you just woke up one day and decided, wow, I'm going to go for it?
No. You don't wake up one day and then you go and you say you want to start investing. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to find someone who has invested in shares, and they have to guide you, and they have to show you the loopholes. They have to show you the good deals, you know, so that you don't invest in some bushy companies, or, you know, they'll never bring money to your pocket. You know, you'll just be wasting it.
And at one point, did you ever regret investing in the stock exchange at one point in your life? Just be frank about it.
Of course, yes, sometimes, you know, because you find that you put money in some company, and then the company, you know, doesn't go well, you know, and you end up losing a lot. You know, you end up losing your money. Like in Uchumi, a lot of people had invested in that company in terms of shares. Right now, they lost all their money. You know, they don't even care about it anymore. You know, so that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery kind of market. But you know, that's the wrong thing with the young man. You know, we look at why we should not. We don't look at why we should, because business, it's all about risk. You take a risk and you do something. You know, you've made all your plans, you've strategized, they're right, you know, but by the end of the day, things might not go the way you expected, you know. So it's a normal thing when you're involved in business.
So you want to tell me at one point your investments did not go right?
Yeah. At one point, even not once.
Many times.
Many times, you know. But right now, this year, I don't know if I want to invest there, you know, but it's something I'm looking at.
Okay, there's so many youths who want to be like you, but do not know where to start, do not know where to go about it, do not know if I should try or if I should not try. What would be your last remarks on such a, so let's think of other youth who wants to just be like you.
First thing I'll tell them is don't be like me, be like you. Second thing I'll say is, 1, save. Save. Number 2, get a plan. Get a business plan. Of this, know the business you want to do and get a plan for that business. See your business. It may be 2 years from now, you know, or maybe 1 year from now, you know. And number 3, the most important thing is take risk. You know, don't fear. Get into it. Woolly. You see, don't fear anything. Be informed. You see, get partner. Partnerships are very important when you're doing business. You can never succeed alone in this world, because even the business you're doing so that you can help someone, but in return get profits for what you're doing. See, so partner, see the people who are doing what you want to do, you know, examine, look at them, you know, talk to them. It's very important to be informed before you do any business. But the most important thing, save. Capital formation is very important. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gideon. I really have learnt a lot, and I'm sure youths out there have learnt a lot from you. Being a youth and going through the investment, okay, as a youth as well, I didn't know about this, but I'd like to try. So thank you so much, Mr. Gideon, for this. When words fail, music speak. Does this apply in our Kenyan local music? Do we really appreciate? And here are some of the reasons why we'll get to understand why people do not appreciate Kenyan music. But before that, let us go on a break.
What's the matter? Oh, I've got sore throat. and my nose is blocked.
Here, try Vicks Kingo medicated throat lozenges. They've got Kingo medication with menthol and eucalyptus that clears the throat and clears the nose.
They really work. My nose is clear and my throat feels much better. Asante sana.
Vicks Kingo medicated throat lozenges. They clear the throat and clear the nose. If symptoms persist, consult a doctor.
Welcome back, and I left you about where we're going to talk about music. Winnie Maganga, our reporter, will take us through the music episode.
Music is something we all listen to depending on our different moods. As years goes by, music has changed from the mainstream and different genres have come into existence.
So here are some of the views we got about Kenyan music.
I think it's both, because some music, they sing content. Others, they're just singing nonsense. The likes of Nyashinski, they're singing good music. The rest, I don't know what they're singing.
About Kenyan music, it's all about the fame. It's all about the cash, where you'll be in 5 years' time. It's all about the end goal, not what you're saying.
I personally think that Kenyan musics, they don't focus mostly on the content, they focus on entertaining people. Then you see most of their songs like Body Dance. It would stay for long than Shape of You.
In my opinion, Kenyan music is not content driven, it's fame driven, because most people look at lifestyles from abroad and want to ape that type of life. So they do it for the fame, for the money, and we should change that as a nation. If you want to take Kenyan music to the next level, guys should have content, not just club bands. Yeah.
I was able to meet Mark Kamanja, a student at Daystar and a part-time DJ, and he had a lot to tell us about the Kenyan music industry.
I would say, first of all, Kenyans should resist, and they should know and separate. They should separate this whole concept of sex sells and the concept of creating good music. So in Kenya, they focus more on making sure that the videos have a lot of girls dancing, a lot of vulgar language going on. So for me, I'd say first of all, work on content. Produce music that can be listened to by parents, by kids, by young people. It's an all generation kind of thing. At the same time, produce quality. Invest in good video and audio. So don't just do a production in the bedroom with you're recording with echo. You're not following the right procedures, or you don't want to invest in a good audio and video. You're recording videos with your phone, or you don't have good directors to actually do the videography. That always affects, because if I'm a media DJ, I cannot play. There's some videos I cannot play. At the same time, if I'm a radio DJ, there's some audios I cannot play. So I think Kenyans just need to reinvest in music. There are already people who are actually investing in music, crazy music in Kenya. So they should just follow the right channels. And at the same time, I'd also suggest the MCSK, the Prisk and the Camp to at least be more serious with Kenyan content, because they're focusing on they're called vitu ndogo ndogo. They're saying videos should be of this quality, but they're not focusing on how they can bring food to the Kenyan artist, because it starts from there. Once he can earn, he'll take it seriously. He'll make sure that he now takes it as a job, and it builds on that, and now they even become entrepreneurs and invest. So in a whole sum, what I'm saying is Kenyans should invest in quality and quantity, and at the same time look at the market. Yeah, the market right now, parents are angry because of music that is being produced. So artists should focus. They should know when to please the parents and when to please the family, and when to please the young guys and when to please the...
I was able to meet up with DJ Regan, and he had this to say.
Okay, first of all, don't really blame the DJs, because I think we are trying really hard these days. Kenya has come from a place where we never had channels such as YouTube. Yeah, ilikuwa shida sana, it was a problem. So it has grown to a point where now we are learning to accept our local channels such as the YouTube channels and all. So it will take time, but for the Nigerians and the Tanzanians, let's say they're just a bit hardworking, and it's a fact, we have to agree. They know how to package their music well. They know how to maintain the superstar aura around them. That's something that Kenyan's artists are really not working on. They just think it's all about doing your video somewhere in Islam, so that as long as the video is out, they don't really take time to work on their product.
Welcome to the Tips and Tools show, and with me here I have Nviri the storyteller, a great musician. Karibu sana Nviri.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Feel kuiba pesa ni kuba hiengo kama za TV. Oh. Feel kuiba gari ya kifahari kama zile za MPS. Nikae sonko, but baby first of all, mimi simwizi, wananijua kanisani, but I'm jealous of the way your love remains the same. Pesa siya shida, dancing to try touches on number pesa siwe shida kwetu. Yeah, so that's the new song.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So, thank you, Nviri.
Sure.
So, as a musician, what is your take on Kenyan music?
Kenyan music is slowly evolving. The keyword is slow. Yeah, it's really taking a while. Just look at where we started off with Akina Issa, Nameless, and the likes. And right now where we are, there's not much of a big difference. As a matter of fact, people say that our music is becoming a bit bogus. But with the whole international influence, we have people coming up with some different type of music. Guys doing hip-hop and trap, just the way those guys in the States are doing. But the worst part is we don't really have a signature sound. Which guys like Akina South Soul had the band, those bands are actually trying with the whole Afro thing. But besides that, hey, it's a bit challenging, slow.
So are you trying to say Kenyan music we're not really doing well?
We definitely are not doing well. Definitely not. Because I've seen a couple of concerts abroad. We have the All-Star African Stars, something of the sort. Or just All African Stars, yeah? Which was held in Dubai. Only one Kenyan band was there, South Soul. The rest were Nigerians. We had like over 7 Nigerians representing one country, you get? Then others from South Africa, from where? So you tell me, if at all, even any other award show that we have, it's only South Soul that goes. Have you ever heard that we have the rest of these niggas go? I've said niggas. It's okay. But at least we're trying. We have Nyashinsky doing his thing. Nameless who are nominated to be back.
So I've heard you took part in the composing the Melanin song by Sauti Sol. Is it true or is it rumors, according to what I hear?
Yeah, it's actually true. I took part in the whole composition, and I also co-wrote the song. And they acknowledged it. It's all over. They've said it in interviews. They even have who Melanin is on the descriptions. They have my name there. Yeah.
And so could you take us through the experiences you went through during that time, and even writing some of your music videos? You recently released a song, yes?
I did.
Pesa. So tell us the experience, especially in this music world.
It's such a good feel, actually, to work with such guys, you know. With their whole experience in the music industry, they're really chop-chop.
Mm-hmm.
Before I knew all about that, I used to take probably my time to come up with a song. But with these guys, how we did Melanin was, after the whole composition and what, it took almost just 24 hours from the completion of the song to even recording it. It was that fast. So I got to learn how fast these things are. And they also learned that from all the tours. Because they were telling me out there, people have like more than 10 albums and we don't know of them. You get, like, people are working day and night. But here we are doing just one jam, then chilling. So for me, that was a challenge. And after that, I ended up like writing songs almost every week and 2 days, 3 days, like that. And I finished a whole album. I'm starting to release.
And Very left us with really encouraging words for all the upcoming artists.
But don't really stop. There's no room for relaxing. A lot of people are there really working day and night. So if you want to be in that level, you have to put in work. It's just like any other industry. You have to put in work. And stick with your kind, man. If I'm a musician, hang around musicians, get to learn more, interact. You don't be afraid of doing that, and yet you hang out with the wrong people, you get the wrong influences, you drift off. That's something that has happened to me actually. I ended up hanging with the wrong crew and I forgot all about music. But then someone reminded me that stick closer to music, yeah, because that's your craft. Be a master in that thing, and then you'll get places.
Say politics is a dirty game, but why youths indulge in politics and in this such dirty game? Here is a sneak peek with our reporter Yasmin Munsika, where she'll take us through why youths want to indulge in politics.
5% of Kenyan population is made up by the youth. That's according to Inequality website. Many youths venture into different activities, different fields. Some venture into politics. Are the youths in politics be benefited?
It's very positive because we've seen now, like for the past election, the 2017 electoral cycle, we've seen a lot of youth also involved in politics. That's a very positive signal because much the country was also dragged behind under the previous incumbent system, whereby we have people that used not to take youth seriously. So we do now the competition and the political competition globally at the 21st century. We are impressed when we see youth come in politics so that they can come up with the new ideas, good legislation, pieces that can now be in a position to put the dreams of youth on the Kenyan map. Because now the Kenyan political situation of the Kenyans, most of people Kenyans are now undergoing a lot of problems that can be solved by youth that have ideas that are very noble and ideas that fit within generation, within the generation social of the time. So we are seeing like now, like for the 2017 election, we will see a lot of youth come because now there's what the thirst and the anchor for development. People are having a lot of issues in terms of development in the areas. So when you come, like when you've seen a lot of youth come, like the likes of Kinababa Wino coming on board and many others that have been elected in this election, that's a very good positive signal for the future. We believe now it's a very bright future for the youth that they can be in a position to articulate, agitate a position, come with the good ideas that can be in a position to push the youth agenda on board. And we are very impressed when we see things of that line.
Well, I'm happy that the youth are being recognized in politics right now. I'm happy that leaders like Elijah Njoroge, the current MCA for Ruiru, very young guy, he looks very mature, but he actually won the seat despite all odds and the fact that he was the youngest kid among the people who he was vying against. So I'm happy that the youth are now moving forward, they're taking a step forward. We are now actually the future leaders of tomorrow, so we are now there now.
Kids, we need to have that. We need to have youth in politics. Why? Because you bring like extra energy and psyche into politics. I'll give an example of what happened in the 1960s, 1970s. We had the likes of James Orengo, Raila Odinga, Paul Mwite, who came in the days whereby we had like a dictatorship government. They brought in something new. They started a revolution. And the revolution led to some changes in the constitution and in the way the government was being managed. So as for me, I think it's a good thing. We need them in politics because some of these things, some of the things we're undergoing at the moment, needs like a people with energy and psyche for them to change to the better. Yeah.
Mr. Mokaya, a lecturer at Daystar University and a political analyst, had this to say about youths in politics.
Okay, so tell us about your intake about the youth in politics, especially in 2017.
I can say this, that it is important for the youth to take part in politics because the country belongs to them. Actually, they are the future of this country, as opposed to the elderly politicians who have had their share of the national game and all that. They tend to engage in corruption because some of them feel they are going to retire. But if you look at the likes of Babu, Wino, you look at Kiari of Kagoreti, you look at Mohamed Ali of Nyali, those are people, if they mean work, they can do so much. Because they know they have a future to look forward to. Probably some of them want to make a strong career in politics.
I had the privilege to speak to former aspirant for Kiamba constituency, Mr. Geoffrey Karongo, and he had this to say. Generation in the government to be removed out of parliament, or you're okay with them and mixing with the youth as well?
I'm a person who believes that when you have it's like having a company that where a board of 12 people. I'm a person who believes that the top 8 positions are supposed to be given to the youth, but the last 4 are supposed to be given to the old people, so that they can put you in the right directions. You know, us as youth, we are tunachemkanga damu haraka sana. So at times we do things without reasoning. So I'm a person who believes there always has to be a person there to put you in line. Ukiondoka kidogo na kukunja na kuweka hapa. So at support, the old people still have to be in parliament, but let the majority of the leaders in parliament be youths. But I'm not saying we do away with the old guys, but we can put them, let them go for speaker post and other things, but not the sitting.
Will the youth in government bring change to this country? Remember, change starts with us, citizens. Let us give the youth a chance. Reporting for Tips on Tour, I am Yasmin Munsika. It has been a pleasure hosting you, but before I